Hello everyone and welcome back, for I have returned. And, in a much more different tone than what I attempted to do last time I made videos. And I know it's been a while. But what I'm going to do today, and probably for quite some time, is creatively building here. Because what happened was, I decided to, go investigate the Minecraft world of 1.7.2, and then I happened to lay my eyes upon this. And it is just too perfect not to build on. I mean, look at that. A wonderful point of perhaps a tower. It's a wonderful mesa, almost. And great valleys and dips. Of course, it's on amplified. I don't think you could get this any other way. But today, we are going to start small. Well, kind of small. I want to start work on the bridge. Something that's spanning all the way from this wall to the other side of the canyon, right here. And it must be grand enough for perhaps a castle that we will continue building in this series. So, first, let's look at our color choice. Of course, we want to get rid of all of that. Alright. We definitely want some wood. Definitely birch, due to this being a birch forest, it would appear. And some regular wood, because who doesn't like oak? And of course the log version. A little bit of stone and cobblestone. And I'm definitely thinking stone slabs and stone brick, wherever it may be hiding. So, let's take a look on what colors we have to work with. The classic stones, all wonderful grays, and then some nice birch and other wood. And it really does seem to need a splash of color. However, I've got a plan on when to add that. Perhaps not part of the original design, but more of accessories to it all. So anyway, let's get discussing on what kind of bridge that we want. Because this is a very deep canyon. So, it's gotta look very special, and I was originally thinking an arch, and having two large pillars coming up, supporting the arch, and then the arch would come between the two pillars, and then the road would be all along the top of that. However, looking at this now, there really isn't any place to put a pillar support right here. So, I'm thinking wildly. Perhaps have almost a half arch supported solely over here, and it will come out and spread just below the road level all the way over. So it almost kind of looks like for those who graph equations, almost like a log. Okay, so we will be right back when I build this little bit of an arch. And we are back. However, it is night, so I'm going to take a quick sleep while I talk about what we're doing, because perhaps I wasn't very clear at the very beginning. It's going to be a new series where I'm just creatively building and talking with you along the process. And I hope that it will not only be educational, but also entertaining to those Minecraftians who hope to become builders. So, as you can see, we've got a nice arch going. And I originally had it going up, still, as if it was continuing its arch at a much farther angle, but it just didn't quite look right. So I brought it down a bit, so it looks like the arch is only half of what it is, or what it should be. I also figured out how high the road is going to be, and remembered that perhaps we can use a little bit of quartz to help balance out these very bland grays and browns. Now, anyway, of course this arch isn't going to be the only thing supporting it. I'm thinking about 2 large support towers on either side of the beginning of the arch, and this will also create a gateway feeling, because these towers are going to rise up over the road, and perhaps we'll even have an actual gate. So I was thinking the road is probably going to be 5 wide, which the towers are likely going to be almost like a medieval feeling to it in style, being... I like this shape, but it just seems a little bit too small. And also, it's uneven. One thing that builders always tell you is, of course, always build in odds. Although this one will be hard to build in odds, just due to the fact of its shape on the arch. And now it's... ooh, that is just too skinny now. Oh, the wonders of just building and destroying until you find something that looks right. So, not much has changed since the last time I put out a video, and I'm not really sure why I stopped putting out videos. However, one big thing did, and it's only one small, well, it's both small and big at the same time, but 4 weeks ago I ended up breaking my right thumb. Thankfully this does not interfere with any computer controls, but for those of you who have broken the thumb of their dominant hand, know some of the trouble that that can bring. Ooh, chicken. Ooh, I'm liking this size a lot better. And then just one right here. Okay, there we go. This might be it. But, it's almost healed up now, thankfully. Oh, yeah. See, that's... I really like that one. Okay, so... now we just have to mirror it. So, thankfully, it's almost healed up. But, definitely a big issue with, school, any type of activity, really. And even ordinary stuff like writing, buttoning, button zipping, anything. So I am very glad that it is healed up. Well, just about healed up anyway. We're gonna hollow this out so it's easier to tell how close exactly it's mirrored, and then I think I just have to break these 3 blocks. Oh. Did I do something wrong? I think I did. The one bad part about building in a mountain is a lot of clearing out. But somehow, for me, every time I play Minecraft, either with friends or just solo, I always end up building in a mountain for some reason. No idea why. Okay, so should be okay. One right here, right? Yeah. And then there we go. And then it's just Voila. Definitely going to need to use a little bit of TNT here to clear out this area, or at least leading up to it. So, anyway, if in case you're wondering about the state of some of my other series that I stopped when I stopped recording entirely that were ongoing, with Feed the Beast, I'm afraid that simply this computer, for whatever reason, does not want to run it. Not even just playing around on it. Because I've been completely unable to get it working in any form. It starts working, then just stutters to a crawl. And then that is very annoying as just from playing it. So I can't imagine that the video would be all that interesting. It would just be me playing for about 5 minutes, stuttering for another 5 minutes, and me cursing for the last 10. Does not sound like too much fun for any of us. And that's the main reason why I really want to do these videos. For the fun and enjoyment of both you, the viewers, and me as I create them. The artist, so to speak. Now, I had some other ideas for doing builds like this. In fact, originally I came on here to try to scout out a place where I could start the first build, which was not actually this. This is just spur of the moment. This landscape is too pretty for me not to build on, kind of deal. The original one was I'm tempted to tell you, but I'm not sure if I should. And now that I'm doing this bridge, I'm thinking that this might be a bit of a big build for just a 20-minute episode, which I'm really shooting for, because I want it short enough that it doesn't bore you, but I also want to get a lot done. But also, and probably the most important in deciding how long my videos go, is the upload time. Can't be ages. So, definitely trying to shoot for it to be as short as possible. Alright, well, while I'm building this, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about, well, especially yesterday and this morning, because, at the day I'm recording this, the, Extra Life charity event had just stopped, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's where, people will game for 24 hours and try to raise as much money for, like, for kids. It's very entertaining, because oftentimes people will attempt to stay up the full 25 hours, not 24, because they actually go through daylight savings in the middle of it. That's right. So, sorry about getting that wrong at first. So, anyway, I latched on to a stream by the Rooster Teeth guys. For those of you who don't know who they are, they very, very good company who specializes in internet videos, doing videos like Red vs. Blue, and recently their Let's Play channel, which has been a really big inspiration for me starting this. Well, anyway, it was very fun, as much as I can remember, because I had it on a second screen going, regardless of what I was doing, so I could be playing my Xbox, so I could be playing Red Orchestra, and still be listening in, but it was a very entertaining stream. However, I fell asleep with 4 hours to go. I'm very disappointed in that because they said they were going to play Cards Against Humanity, which is, if you've never played it, it's kind of like Apples to Apples, where there's a subject that one person pulls out on a card, and then everyone else has cards that have noun subjects on them, and they have to fit that category of the first card as best they can, either humorously or seriously, and whoever put down that card first is the judge on who gets the point. Cards Against Humanity takes that to a what's the best word for it, I wonder? More mature level? Well, it's not actually all that mature, but more adult content level. And I was really looking forward to seeing everyone doing this after they've been up for who knows how long with some of them. Now, the odd part is I fell asleep, but when I woke up, first off, I was disappointed. Second off, I couldn't tell what time it was. So I start my computer back up because I fell asleep right in front of it. And lo and behold, they are just ending. They are just saying goodbye. And that, it was either, I'm not sure whether to call it great timing or terrible timing, because it's laughing in my face. You can't even, I mean, you just fell asleep and missed it. But, definitely entertaining. I really hope that it gets released so I can see if they did play Cards Against Humanity, and if it was good, as I'd hoped. But, certainly a lot of fun, and perhaps next year, if I've got enough of a fan base that they would, enjoy it. Well, if there's anyone who would enjoy it, I would be very interested in doing it. Although, possibly not solo, because I'll just end up falling asleep in front of my mic. So I'm thinking for this video, I'm gonna cut it I'm gonna end it after we finish this first little bit bringing these two towers up, because we are running at roughly 15 minutes right now, I hope, or else I just look terrible at math. And I mean, still we have almost nothing done. But I have a good feeling that in the end this will look fairly great. Now, of course, the stone is probably just a placeholder, and I will end up replacing it off screen, because who wants to see me replacing huge amounts of stone? No one, exactly. So, there we go. And then this is the road level, also placeholder. And it's going to run right into a tunnel and sort of come out on the other side and snake up to that ledge, where I think that's going to be where the main building is. Which I'm thinking, hello, large mountain, perfect place for a building that's not too large, but still grand. It's gotta be a wizard's house, a wizard's tower, you know. Something wizardy. Just imagine an old rickety tower leaning out precariously over the edge. Okay, and for those who were curious on what I meant by like an arc over the top of it, I was thinking something a little bit like this. And have almost like a gateway effect to it. Although, this is a little bit off. There something a little more grand. Yeah, terrible clicking skills on my part. But it's something where you go right under it. I'm definitely gonna have to mess with that until I found something that works. It's gotta be thick enough that it gets a nice appearance to it, but I think that thing will come last on building this bit. But I'm going to cut now and come back when I have the finished gatehouse. So I will see you in just 1 second. And we're back. As you can see, the gateways are done. The only thing that seems to be missing is a splice of color, but that will come probably when we finish the rest of this bridge. Okay, so first off, definitely wanting to take a good look around. I added a little bit of fortifications on the top to add kind of a more defined structure to these two. And then I remembered to use quartz. So, and I tried to get like these little guard posts where guards would usually stay right in front of the gates. I'm not sure if I like them. They may be removed. I'm not sure. Anyway, leading on, 2 ways into each tower, a spiral staircase, counterclockwise, of course. I believe the reason why they were originally made counterclockwise, because I'm not just making that up and, oh, let's just make it counterclockwise. But I believe the original reason was that defenders in the tower, when coming down, you know, I think I may have gotten this backwards, but it was in one way where the defenders had extra space to swing their sword when the attackers did not. I do think I screwed that up, but, well, you learned something anyway. And one of the big problems I have with these towers is they're very big, and it's the same block repeated over and over. Anyone who builds knows that that should never happen, okay? I cannot stress that enough. When I used to be a moderator for a server, I used to have to grade building projects. It allowed people to get builders' rights, that kind of thing. And so many people would have an unbreaking pattern, and it is very important that you don't. Like, even right here, I dislike because of how repetitive, how bland it is. However, using variants like the cracked and mossy, and even kind of letting the landscape swallow it up, like I was trying to get here, you can help break up this repetitiveness and give it a little bit of variety. I'm thinking that this is definitely a good start, but I am going to cut the episode right about here. No longer going to build any farther. Next episode, though, we're going to be working on this arch. It's certainly not going to stay like this, and I've got a few ideas. Maybe instead of having 1, make it 2, and then have trusses of wood, and probably wood, spanning between it, and definitely give a nice, interesting effect to it. And then, maybe, if we finish it in time, also put a proper road in. And for those who are curious, it's not just going to stop here and then ladder or something. I'm thinking tunnel through, but I feel like I've already said that. I may have, and just repeating myself, but anyway, very nice land right here. I'll probably end up clearing out this forest a bit and building a nice tower. I mean, look how wonderful this land is for a tower. I mean, you could not ask for more beautiful land. And as terrible as my my OS, it's a 32-bit or whatever, and does not like Minecraft being on far, but this effect actually works a bit. It gives a nice mysterious fog in the canyons. Anyway, so I think that this is it for today. Definitely enjoyed doing this. I really do hope that I can keep up with actually going through with all of this. Not just this series, but perhaps my entire channel. So if you like it, please give a like, a comment. I really enjoy that stuff. Any criticism that you have, please let me know, because I'm doing this for the entertainment of you. And if you aren't enjoying something, well, then I'm failing. Anyway, give a like, subscription, comment. If you've got a Twitter and you want to tweet at me, it is slogmen, SLAUGMEN, and I'm starting to actually get active on that. So, I really hope you enjoy this. I'm definitely making more. So, bye-bye, take care, see ya.